Hello everyone. In my opinion, non-able is one of the most able spirits in the game. It's very versatile and you can use it so often in the fight. Just a super fun spirit overall. But before I go into the details of this spirit, I need to mention the general mechanism that applies to all the spirits. That is, using the spirit keeps your current state of combo. Like here, I use Resolute Strike, then the spirit, followed by a Skyfall Strike. This mechanism is especially important for non-able, and there are many ways to use it. The easiest and the most common way is to use it during a light combo. Like here, I can do 4 light attacks before using non-able to stagger the boss. Then I can do the finisher to stagger him again. With Composure Talent, you can even add a dodge roll in between. This could be useful when you're trying to chase the boss. This combo continuing mechanism also applies to light-heavy combo. It is useful to do see-through attacks in certain scenarios. Before diving into the non-able spirit himself, there will be clips of a few endgame bosses later in the videos to demonstrate its usage, so here's your spoiler warning. There are 5 different attacks that non-able can do depending on your current stage of light combo. The first one is using it directly without any light attacks. Just try not to use it, it's bad. The second and third attacks happen after 1 or 2 light attacks. They are slightly different in animation, but they function almost exactly the same, and they are often used interchangeably during the fight. These attacks have pretty low damage, but they are my most used attacks against some of the harder bosses. Because they don't require a lot of attacks before them, they have fast animations, they latch onto bosses very well, and they can stagger the bosses easily. Here are some examples of how I use them. The fourth attack is a stationary triple palm attack. This attack does good damage and nice stagger, but in my opinion is one of the more awkward attacks to use. It's much worse than the next attack in terms of damage, tracking and stagger, which requires only a slightly longer preparation. But there are scenarios where it's only safe to do 3 light attacks, like right at the beginning of Great Sage's Phase 2. Another problem of this attack is that it's stationary, but the boss often gets pushed away. So you could also consider doing a tactical retreat into whirling thrusts to close the gap quickly. Overall, it's an okay attack, but if you have the chance, you should always go for the next attack, which gives you a jump and smash attack after you use 4 light attacks before using non-able. This attack here is insane. It does a lot of damage, tracks really well, and it almost always staggers the boss. Using this attack and following with a light combo finisher can really chain stagger a lot of the bosses that doesn't have ways to escape. It gets even crazier if you pair it with Golden Set and a high crit weapon. You get the spirit back very fast and get a lot of focus points in the meantime. One important detail that I need to mention is that you can use the spirit anytime during the attack animation. So depending on the situation, you can use it even when the 4th attack animation barely starts. This tip is also useful for the previous attacks. Of course, it would be nice to finish the attack before using the spirit, so you can maximize your damage. But in most scenarios, bosses don't have such a big opening. Let me show you a few examples where I needed to use it early. Here I see Tiger Vanguard is trying to run away, so I immediately use non-able to close the gap and stagger him. Here is a comparison between using non-able early and late during Erlang's first phase transition. Well, here are all the combos and tips for non-able. I often pair him with Rock Solid, and is in my opinion the most oppressive and fun playstyle. I also have a complete guide on Rock Solid on my channel, so feel free to watch it for more details. If you like the videos I'm making, please consider subscribing so I can get to 1,000 subs for the sweet YouTube money.